everybody, and welcome to a Slice of Gaming podcast, episode 137 for March 6th, 2026. I am your host, the Uncharted Wolf, and I am joined today by one very special guest, someone who hasn't been on in a while, but I had to bring him on because it's Resident Evil time. My main man, Dark. How you doing, Dark?
How's it going? I'm doing all right. How about you?
Doing good, chilling out. Uh, just one of those things. I'm currently fasting, so it's a little more annoying to podcast during the day, but it's also like I'll live through it. And yeah, I like talking with the boys. I like podcasting with the boys, so it's always a fun time. Uh, but otherwise, we had a decently lighter news week. There were some headlines that we could have added, but it's also like, there's not much to really hone in on that I think you and me would be qualified to talk about. So I thought I would bring in some interesting headlines, the funny ones, the cool stuff, and also, just I have a fun topic for us to talk about. But Dark, how are you doing lately? You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Playing
Moving
lots
around.
of games, I hope.
Oh hell yeah! A lot of
Uh,
older games. I've been kind of just like going through my backlog and finding a lot of games I haven't been playing. Like I mentioned before, Fire Emblem Awakening's been pretty good. I had Mother 3 a while back, and that was like a generational game. So
yeah,
I'm
you
exploring a
saw.
lot of the older stuff.
I saw you vote for that on Soggy's. Shout outs for best backlog game. Mother 3 is one I really need to play, but I'm also like, do I want to emulate it? Do I want to hope for one day they bring it back?
I don't know. I feel like if they were gonna bring it back, they would have. I did the emulation route, and then you can get the English patch. It was worth it.
Yeah, I should just get over myself and do it because I know I love Earthbound to death. Like that's an all timer for me. So I hear Mother 3 is even better. So
Yeah, it's
one
fantastic.
day, one day, man. But there's just too many games, a lot of stuff I want to play, and stuff that we're going to talk about today. One less game due to High Guard, so that's one less game to worry about, I guess. But otherwise, there's a bunch of other shit coming out that I'm really excited for. But before we get into that, check us out on all the podcast platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Helps us out a ton. Like the podcast and follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky at A Slice of Gaming. I think we're ready to get into it. Now, Doc, before I didn't put this in the doc, but I did want to bring this up, and I'm going to send you a link. The Capcom showcase happened, and as per usual, nothing was shown there. But I did see that one of the cooler things was that they revealed the results of the Mega Man Robot Master contest.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
for
this.
Mega Man Dual Override. And these are the six designs that have made it to the finalists. And I'm interested in what you think should win and what do you think will win. So we have Cleanser Man, Sweeper Woman, Recycle Man, Cactus Man, Juggle Man, and Valve Man. Now I have one that I very much hope wins. I'm curious what you think.
I'm fucking with Cactus Man.
Cactus
He's
Man,
the
really?
he's the one that stands out the most, and it feels like the most Capcom-y. I feel like they would adapt this one
Interesting.
the most.
I feel like there's two front runners from everything I've been seeing. It's
Well,
for like from what I've noticed, it's Sweeper Woman and Valve Man tend to be the ones that people are like really gravitating towards.
I could see Valve Man too. He's pretty cool.
I'm
I like the
Valve Man,
design.
dude. I mean, come on, dude. He literally that is one of the rawest Mega Man designs I've ever seen, and it's just a fan made design. Like, come
That
on,
is
man.
very true.
Dude. He literally has a fire axe in one hand and then a hose in his other hand. Like, that's aura. I will say of these, my least favorite is probably Cleanser Man, but it still looks really good.
Yeah, I would
I guess
agree.
I'm just like, I don't know what he is.
It's kinda
I
yeah,
guess
his design elements are a little bit all over the place.
yeah, that's kind of my thing too. I dig Recycle Man. He's very it reminds me of in the first game, Guts Man.
A
Kind
little
of
bit,
has
yeah.
that look to him. Juggle Man is very fun too.
So here's the thing. I feel like Capcom is very interested in Juggle Man just because of the head mechanic, and they
Yeah,
would
you
add
could definitely
something
make a
funky
boss
like
for
that.
that.
I'm like, they're definitely looking at that one for that reason.
Yeah, that's a good point. It was like they probably are gonna choose the Robot Master where it's like, what can we make like the best Robot Master boss fight out of? And like
That's why
unironically, I think Juggle Man is that.
I was kinda looking at Cactus Man, but they also had the elements where, like, he absorbs the water and absorbs the sand, and he has the different phases. I like Capcom would be the type of people to do that.
No, that's fun. Yeah, I really dig that.
But also Valve Man too, just a standard boss fight with the attacks and mechanics that he has could work really well.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is like Juggle Man and Cactus Man probably have like the most interesting boss fights, but like Valve Man has the most aura. So
That's true.
I feel like
That's true.
they're like debating. It's like, do we want like a good boss fight or aura?
He got the trench coat and everything.
I look at the Valve Man thing. I'm like, dang, this just looks like an official like Capcom like design document for like one of their robot masters.
Yeah,
Uh,
whoever did
I
this
do.
is easily
I want to shout out. Yeah, I want to shout out. I'm glad they're doing this in general. I always thought this was such a cool idea, and they also showed silhouettes of like the other seven robot masters, but they were all like bunched together, so it was hard to make them out. There was one that kind of looked like a witch, so I hope a witch woman is a thing. Um, but otherwise, I'm really digging it, man. It's cool as hell.
I'm not happy Mega Man's back.
For real, man. It's been way too long. Next year, which a little whiles away. What did you think of that Dual Override trailer? I don't know if I ever got your thoughts on the record because I always see mixed
I
things
was
online, and
hyped.
I'm of the mind where it's like, listen, man, I just need Mega Man back.
I was hyped because Mega Man is just back in general,
Yeah,
and it looked pretty clean.
yeah,
Granted,
it
they didn't
looks
show
better
much,
than
but
11.
it looked good. So
Yeah, it's definitely budget. Like, there's no denying that. It's not. They're not putting the Resident Evil budget behind it, but
I
it
think
looks like a solid Mega Man game.
I think this is them testing the waters. I feel like they have a
Yeah,
plan
same.
for like a bigger budget Mega Man game. Now, I don't think it's gonna be like classic Mega Man. I think they're gonna want to try something new.
I
But I
wouldn't
feel
be
like,
shocked if
hey,
we get like a new X revealed as well.
stop, stop! Don't
No,
do this.
I'm just.
X is my
I
favorite.
think it's
I
possible.
love X to death. But
I like X more. Yeah.
I think they're definitely testing the waters to see, hey, will this work or not? And if not, they're gonna go
Mhm.
all out.
I hope so. I hope so. I'm of the mind they have multiple things like in development right now. This is just the one they reveal first, which I think makes the most sense.
Yeah, that
But I
work.
can't wait. Really, really excited for this game. I want to see. I wonder when they're gonna have actual voting, if it's like internal voting or not, because I don't know if it's gonna be like a popularity contest or it's like within the actual Capcom itself. But they also showed off more of that Star Force Legacy collection. They had a quote about like, "Oh, we're thinking about Legends." When debating like which Mega Man collection to do next, it's like, well, Legends is the only one left, so I don't know why
Yeah.
that's like we're debating which
Well,
one to
they,
bring
they, they
back.
can't say it officially yet. They have to give like that really weird, vague answer.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, we're
the
thinking.
PR
Meanwhile, the game's like fully in development.
exactly. Yeah, but yeah, shout outs. Glad Mega Man's back. Glad Capcom's just cooking lately.
Capcom's
But
on
let's
a
get in,
fucking roll.
let's talk about someone who's not cooking, and that's our good friends over at High Guard. Play High Guard. Put up this tweet on their official website as well. Uh, High Guard's final update arriving soon. Thank you for playing with us. Today we're sharing difficult news. We have made the decision to permanently shut down High Guard on March 12th. Since launch, more than 2 million players stepped into High Guard's world. You shared feedback, created content, and many believed in what we were building. For that, we are deeply grateful. Despite the passion and hard work of our team, we have not been able to build a sustainable player base to support the game long term. Servers will remain online until March 12th. We hope you'll jump in one more time to show your support and get those final great matches in while we still can. The team is excited to release one final game update to enjoy in the remaining life of the game. We'll be adding a new warden, a new weapon, account level progression, and skill trees. Full patch notes are coming, and we're targeting tonight or tomorrow for patch release. From all of us at Wildlight, thank you for playing, for supporting us, and being part of Highguard's story. Rest in piss, bozo. No, I don't want to be mean, but
I mean, I can be a
uh,
little bit mean because they didn't try
I
at all. They
listen.
really
Yeah,
didn't try at all in
yeah.
the sense that like okay, I wasn't expecting much. So you had the really big this was the game that ended off the Game Awards. This was the one last thing. So you already have
Mhm.
a lot of eyes on the game. They were then radio silent till the game dropped. You could have had someone on the Twitter account
Yep.
like promoting the game, hyping up, saying literally anything.
Because they were
It
trying
does
to
not
like
cost
do
that
the
much money
Apex.
to do that.
They were trying to do the Apex thing again, but like the problem is that just doesn't work now. When there's
Yeah.
like so many other games to play, and let's be honest, people were already kind of apprehensive to the game immediately. And I mean, listen, at the game's core, the game's just not good. It's a very mediocre first person shooter, and I'm really sick of the High Guard Defense Force who are like, "Oh no, guys." the internet screwed this game. You know, they're the reason that the game failed. It's like, no, the game is the reason the game failed because the game wasn't good. If the game was good, more people would have played it. 100,000 people, like there was 100,000 Steam concurrents. There were more than enough people who played this game. It's just nobody liked it enough, and they didn't stick with it because the game at its core was not very good. I'm sick of just the amount of defense that the game has gone because of that. And I come back to it. It's like, what were they expecting? Like I'm so curious what their expectations of this game's like success would have been because why are you telling me that you had 2 million players and you're shutting down the game 2 months after launch? Like it just came out and you're already sick, like done with it. It's like, oh, it didn't make enough money. And I wanted to bring up this quote as well from the High Guard's game director. Um, where he replies to someone saying, it's like, it's just baffling to me they released this game in such a skeleton state and decided now is the time to add account levels and choose some sort of skills tree system. It's crazy to see the parallels between this game failing and seeing Marathon come back after so many tests. We'll talk about Marathon. And then the game director straight up replied, it's like, when you're out of time and money, you have to release a game with the runway you have available and hope players will stick with you post launch. You ran out of time and money? What were you guys doing for the 6 years you were developing this game to where you run out of time and money? I, it's
I
just,
spent all the money on
I,
the Game Awards because, like, I guess
they didn't even pay for that spot. That was Jeff. So like, they clearly didn't pay for their Game Awards slot. I, I, I really do not know what they were expecting. The studio is just, I'm gonna say it, very stupid. I just, and it sounds mean, but it's like, listen, I'm sorry for the devs that lost their jobs and stuff, but your upper management, like the people leading Wildlight, did not know what the hell they were doing, and you know the 10 cent funds drained out, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, well, 10 cent didn't give them enough runway." It's like, dude, I feel like they gave them more than enough runway considering how bad the game was. So I don't know.
I feel
It
like
was
it's
that.
one of those situations. I'm about to cut you off, by the
No,
way,
no, no. Go for it. Go for it.
but I feel like it's one of those situations where it's like they did not want to make this game. I'm pretty sure even the devs were like when they seen like when they got the memo like, "Hey, this is what we're doing." They're like, "This is probably not going to work," and the hires are like, "Yeah, you're doing this," and then this is the result of it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's tough because it's like I think there were a lot of devs that were clearly passionate about this idea, but the idea just didn't work. And again, it's like to the High Guard Defense Force. When I see people go like, "It's like, oh, well, High Guard was a good game. People didn't give it the light of day." It's like, why didn't you guys play it? Because I always see these people talk about that, and then they go play their Overwatches, their Deadlocks, their all these other multiplayer games. It's like, well, clearly you didn't care about High Guard either, because no one else is playing it.
It's the
It
Concord effect all over again.
Yeah, really, dude. It's like that thing with Concord. When I hear people say it's like Concord was a good game, it's like I played
Did you
Concord.
play
It
it?
was not a good
Did
game.
you guys play it? Like,
It was a bad video game. It's like I'm so sick of this like defense force. I think unironically, I joke about being anti-game developer, but like I do think there are points where we are coddling these game devs too much. I think we have to be willing to call a spade and say this game was not good. That's the reason that it's shutting down. It's not because of the overlord capitalists at Tencent fully destroying this game. It's like, listen, man, I have a lot of crap to say about Tencent, but I really don't think they're the reason this game failed. I think the reason this game failed is because the people who made it were just not that good at, or their ideas for this game were just not good, and people did not resonate with them. So yeah, I don't know. That's just been frustrating to me throughout this high guard situation. It's like, let's just be willing to say it's like the game wasn't good. I want games to be good, and this one was not good. We don't have to lie about it. But either way, high guard shutting down. Shout outs to you, high guard. Uh, Now, Dark, that does mean I have until March 12th to get the platinum.
you're on a timer, buddy.
Yeah, no, I want I. It's that thing.
You got less than a week.
I want the platinum because I'm like, oh, that'd be funny to own a platinum. It's like when people got the Concord platinum. It's like having the platinum for a game that doesn't exist anymore. But I don't want to play high guard. Now, I will say I have 16 of the 33 trophies. So like I I'm not that far off. The problem was there's quite a few trophies where I'm like, this just looks annoying and I don't want to play
Is
it.
it even worth it at this point?
Yeah, exactly. Cause I have like eliminate 10 enemies while riding your mount, and I have zero of that. So it means I'm gonna have to play a lot of high guard, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, shout out to Highguard. God bless you. Next story. This was another interesting one. Sony pulling back from PlayStation games on PC. This is Jason Schreier over at Bloomberg. Sony Group Corp no longer plans to release its big PlayStation 5 games on PC, a major shift in its strategy that sees the video game maker returning to console exclusivity after 6 years of flirting with multi platform releases, according to people familiar with the company's plans. Online games such as Marathon and Marvel Tokon will still be released across multiple platforms, but single player titles such as last year's samurai hit Ghost of Yote and Saros will remain exclusive to PlayStation 5, said the people who asked not to be identified because they aren't authorized to talk publicly. The people caution that things could change in the future due to the unpredictable nature of the video game industry and that Sony's plans are constantly shifting. But in recent weeks, PlayStation scrapped plans to bring Ghost of Yote and other internally developed games to PC. Two games were made by external developers but published by PlayStation: Death Stranding 2 and Kena Scars of Cosmora, who are still planned for release on PC this year. Um, oh yeah, and then there are likely a few reasons behind the shift. One is that several recent PlayStation games have not sold well on PC. A faction within PlayStation has also expressed concern that releasing their games on PC risks damaging the console's brand and will hurt sales of the PlayStation 5 and its successors, according to the people familiar with Sony's inner workings. Dark, when I read this, my first thought is, you lost, buddy. Enjoy your PC gaming. I'll be playing Saros all on my PS5,
By
sucker.
the way, what is Soros?
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're not doing this, Dark.
No, no,
Whoa.
okay, I'm listening.
Yeah,
But
you're trying to be disrespectful to my goats over at Housemark. Let's calm down. Saros is
like
gonna be
like
fine.
I had the clap back. Okay, no, but this is weird. I don't know. We've been seeing a lot of people have success from PC games, so them pulling back is really odd for me. Like, are you guys allergic to money? Like, is the loss that they're getting to make the PC
That's the
game
thing.
that
They're not
great?
making money.
Like, is the great that loss like that big that it's not worth doing?
The pro with Dark, you see the sales for the PC games, like the PlayStation games coming to PC of recent titles. They're not making money on them. That takes development resources away from like stuff like Nixus and the actual studios that make these games, and the amount of money on investment is just not enough for Sony to really make it worth it. And I also think they're of the mind of like valuing the brand enough of the PlayStation to sell the actual console exclusives. My favorite tweet of this was, "You guys made way too many jokes about PS5 having no games." So
No,
it's
I kind
like
of see it.
they're like,
And the
"Now we're
first
getting our
thing,
games back."
the first thing that comes to mind too is the Spider-Man 2 PC port. When that came out, there was no marketing, there was no nothing. It was also like really bare bones.
Yeah, no, I mean I think this is just another thing. They're just like, why are we even trying to do anything? And you also look at the sales of Spider-Man 2 on PC, it was 700K compared to like the 14 million like total sales. It it just got to a point where it's like, well, PC gamers are not going to buy a PlayStation. Like that was originally their plan was, oh well, we want PC gamers to play like God of War and they love it, and so they buy a PS5 for God of War Ragnarok. And then they learned is like, well, PC gamers don't like spending money. So that was like a big thing that shifted their strategy completely. So I but for myself, it doesn't affect me. I own a PS5, so like this just wasn't really a thing. And if anything, I look at the strategy, it just kind of makes sense in my eyes.
I
Like
mean,
value the actual console and the exclusivity. Those are the things that get people to want to buy a PlayStation 5.
for me, it really comes down to like the numbers, and we don't know the numbers. Like, if it really is that bad, then yeah, I guess. But like,
It was pretty
for me,
bad.
personally, there's not that many PlayStation games I really care about. Like, I wasn't big
So
on.
now you don't care about the
No, no, no.
PlayStation games.
So let me explain. I enjoy the God of War series. That I very much enjoy, and I enjoyed Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2, I had gripes with. That's because I'm just like really big into Spider-Man. That's a little bit different. But everything. Oh,
Nah,
and
I was
Ghost.
a sponge
I
too.
enjoyed. Enjoyed Ghost too. But everything else, eh.
See, now you don't care about the PlayStation games.
But
Interesting.
I do like God of War and that stuff. So the God of War trilogy not being there, that's gonna be a big blow.
You ever play
Even though
Returnal?
I have not.
Oh, you should play Returnal. That game's awesome. That's
I'll give
that's
I'll give it a shot.
unironically one of the best of this generation. That way you cannot play Saros. But yeah, no,
It's
I'm
a weird
interested to see
strategy.
where this goes. To me it makes sense, but also it's like
It really
it,
depends.
they were trying this PC strategy for a few years, and I just think it's like, oh, it's clear it's just not. They're not
Yeah,
adopting.
that
PC gamers are
that's
just
fair.
different gamers. It's like
Yeah.
Nintendo gamers. So it's like they're gonna stick to their platform.
Mhm.
But yeah, shout outs to Jason Schreier for getting that scoop. That was like something that was proliferating over the last couple of weeks with like Neat the Hate as well, kind of chiming in. So it's nice to get just a full article confirmation. And then next thing, Xbox is in the news, of course, our favorite company. Well, not my favorite, but
It's not my favorite.
Osh. Yeah, yeah, definitely not anymore. uh,
It's Valve all the way, but
the GOAT Asha Sharma, the new CEO of Xbox, tweeted this out. Great start to the morning with Team Xbox, where we talked about our commitment to the return of Xbox, including Project Helix, the code name for our next generation console. Project Helix will lead in performance and play your Xbox and PC games. Looking forward to chatting about this more with partners and studios at my first GDC next week. Now, this came out, and let me tell you, the sound of applause was very faint. AK, no one was applauding. I don't think anyone gave a damn about this, Dark. And we were talking about before the podcast where I
I don't
genuinely
even give a damn
forgot
about it.
this got announced. I did not remember that they announced their whole ass new Xbox. There's just nothing to say. This is a nothing statement. Now, to play devil's advocate, I do appreciate that they are committing to next gen. I think with all the Xbox stuff has been happening lately, there was a very likely situation where this kind of ends with like, we're not doing a next Xbox or we're canceling the next gen Xbox. No one's going to buy it. The problem is, I don't think anyone's going to buy this because I think this is going to be a $1,000 console and everyone's going to say, no, thank you. I'll just stick to PlayStation 5. You there, Nick? I think we lost Dark. Uh, but, anyways, I'll just talk until he comes back. Uh, all things considered, I think that while Project Helix is a nice announcement for the Xbox hardcore, hoping that hey, we need some confirmation that you guys are still sticking with the console space, that you're not just completely abandoning us for like this AI push. I just don't necessarily think this is something Xbox. I just don't know how Xbox recovers at this point. I'm at the point now where I'm like, when are they going to go third party? What is this console going to do that's so impressive that it makes everyone want to buy this instead of the PS6 or the Switch 2 or any other device or just buying a PC? I think at this point now, like hardcore gamers, like the actual hardcore gamers are just building PCs instead of even trying to entertain the idea of a next gen Xbox.
Yeah, I agree. Also, sorry about that. Something popped up.
No worries.
But my whole thing is just like I feel like the mindset right now because of how things have been. It feels like next gen just started.
Yeah,
Like a
I
lot of
mean,
the games we
we
have
say
now are
that it's
also
been
on
6 years.
PS4. Yeah, it's been 6 years, but like a lot of the games we have now are still on PS4 and stuff. And only
I
now
mean,
we're really getting like games that are fully exclusive. So it's
I mean, what's it called? Mega Man Dual Override, as we talked earlier, is coming to PS4. So we're gonna get a PS4 game in 2027.
apparently according to Duskull, there was a PS4 version of Requiem, and it even
Yeah,
it's I
that's not
have
surprising.
there's evidence of this too. Because apparently I didn't try it yet, but apparently on the Steam Deck it runs at 50 frames per second, which is really good for a modern Resident Evil game.
That's crazy. I
So
mean,
it's like
yeah,
it feels weird. Like I guess I'm not really crazy about it. At this like he was mentioning, at this point I'd rather just go full PC
exactly.
and you would get access to more. But yeah.
No, exactly. It's just one of those things. It's like, why are we even? I don't know. I can't imagine entertaining the idea of a next gen Xbox at this rate. Because like the one thing I'll always give Xbox is like, well, the backwards compatibility is nice. It's like I don't think the Project Helix, whatever it is going to make the backwards compatibility any greater. So now I'm like, well, I genuinely have zero reason for this thing, especially if their games are coming to other platforms.
So the thing is too is like there can be a big update to backwards compatibility, given that they own Activision now. They just haven't done it. But
Yeah, yeah. Do you think that there was this idea around the Xbox community that they would come back to exclusives with this device?
Okay, so
No chance.
I know that they were talking about it. I think they're better off of what they're doing now. I feel like they're just gonna release some type of console because I don't think that this PC box thing. I don't think this is gonna be the only thing that they're gonna have. I think they're gonna have like something similar to the Series S, just not as bad as the Series S, just so you can get in and play the games, just to have. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of how they're gonna be going.
Yeah, no. It just doesn't feel like there's any chance for them going back to the idea of exclusives, no matter how what the Xbox faithful will say.
Yeah, and like it's been working out for them. So
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Anyways, let's get into our next story. This is a quick one. Where 4 puts this up. Assassin's Creed Black Flag resynced finally confirmed. Speculation around Assassin's Creed is not new, but it's well worth repeating. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. Well, except in this case, some whispers have a little more wind in their sails. Keep your spy glasses on the horizon. Okay, a
look, I've
little
been hearing about
dorky.
this game for 4 fucking years now.
A little dorky way to put it. Keep your spyglass on the horizon. But it seems like Ubisoft is finally kind of semi confirming that this game is real. It is funny they actively like talk about the leaks. It's like, well, except in this case, some whispers have a little more wind in their sails. I don't know why companies do that sometimes. It's like, just don't even try to bother with it unless it's like something that's like really funny and it works out in your favor. Um, Hey, listen, shout outs. I could care less. I don't give a crap about Assassin's Creed, never have, never will. But it is interesting to see that they're probably just doing a full on remaster, remake, or something in
Yeah,
between for Black
so
Flag.
Resynced, from what I remember, is supposed to be a full remake of Black Flag without the like you know how in
Has the
Assassin's Creed they have like the well not human, but they have like the modern day elements.
yeah.
None of that's gonna be in the game. It's just gonna be the assassin character's story through and through.
Okay, good, because I hated those modern day elements when I did play Assassin's Creed. I'm just like,
So
why is this in the game?
in terms of Black Flag, it's like so Assassin's Creed like tier wise, and this is the consensus with most people. The Ezio trilogy is always at the top. Black Flag is very high next to
It's
that.
usually S tier.
Yeah. It's very high next to that. So this is like a lot of people will be interested in this. The whole thing is just like I'm pretty sure we've been hearing about this game since it started development. So kind of tired
Yeah.
of hearing about it.
It's a big thing also. They're apparently adding in the RPG elements from like the recent entries, which is like that's such a dumb idea. Just give people Black Flag again. That's how you sell copies. You don't do this stupid RPG crap. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe this will do well. I don't think it's going to help Ubisoft in a big way because Ubisoft is beyond helping at this point. So I'm curious to see what happens with them in the future. I am so anti Ubisoft at this point, though. So don't ask me about Ubisoft takes.
That's fair.
It's about another quick story. Is a wholesome one comparatively. Resident Evil Requiem has surpassed 5 million units. This was on March 4th, so it was about a
5 days.
little under a week from when the game came out that they sold the 5 million units, which I forget. Someone had a comparison
It's
about
utterly insane.
this.
I seen the numbers. It took Resident Evil 4 remake, the beloved RE4. It took them 2 weeks to hit that. This hit it in 5 days.
Yeah, yeah. Idle Sloth even have this. It took
Or was it
RE4
2 weeks or
remake.
2 months? It was one of
It
them.
took RE4 remake 4 months to reach five
Oh,
million.
4 months. Jesus.
Yeah, it sold 3 million at launch, 4 months to reach 5 million. So the real thing is like these Resident Evil games are consistently getting to the top of the sales. Like they're getting to the high sales faster and faster, which is awesome because these games have been great, and I think they understand is like people have been wanting them.
I think
I
they
do
cracked
love
the
this.
code of Requiem, and I feel like they found a really good balance of how to do things, and I'm curious to see how they handle it going forward.
Man, it's funny. I took this tweet like Idle Sloth, who I don't know. I don't really care for Idle Sloth. He's Xbox, but I got it because like someone posted it. I forget who posted it in the Discord. The replies here are really funny, Dark. Still woke trash.
What?
Slop franchise that nobody will talk about in 2 weeks. Big franchise, yeah. Sadly, not $70 worthy for full game if they made last half such lame. I know you're
Okay,
getting
so I can
rage baited right now. I'm
I
getting rage baited
I
right now.
I can talk about what this is like minor spoiler territory. People were kind of expecting this game to kind of be like the Avengers Endgame of Resident Evil for some reason.
Yeah, I
They're like,
don't
oh,
know,
they're like,
man.
all these characters gonna come back. No, that
You
did not
saved that
happen.
for 10. Honestly, I don't know.
They,
Peop
I feel like they're not gonna try that again after six. 6 was not well received. Six
yeah, no,
almost
I
killed
know.
the series.
And I don't want that. I don't care about that crap. I want a good game, and it seems like this is a great game. I love looking at replies for these play because I'm
Dude,
like, what are you
that's so
guys playing?
funny.
Slop franchise that nobody will talk about in 2 weeks. Remind me in 2 weeks, Stark,
Two
to
weeks.
check up on it. It's like, are people
Ge-
still talking about it?
Easily a game of the year contender, by the way.
Yeah, no facts. I wanted to bring up also because I thought this was crazy. I just saw this. Uh, Jeremy Strands put this: Slay the Spire 2 has over 430,000 concurrent players on Steam,
God damn.
which is just man, that is a lot more than I expected. And I love Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is god tier. I've been wanting to play Slay the Spire 2. The only problem right now it's only PC on early access, so I'm like, I'll probably wait until we get like the full release. But I'm also like, I really want to play more Slay the Spire. And it seems like people are very positive on it, which is hell yeah. But I do love this. Someone put up this comparison. It's at 400K. Marathon is at 38,000 at this. At least 3 hours ago. I'm gonna check SteamDB right now. But what do you think about Marathon right now, Dark? How do you think that's doing?
I still think it's probably gonna meet the same fate as Concord and Highguard.
You think it's
It
gonna
might
get
take.
concorded?
I think it's gonna take a little bit longer than normal, but I think it's gonna get concorded.
I don't know,
I could
man.
be
I
wrong.
mean,
I could be wrong.
it's at 62,000 right now. It still has a healthy amount of people.
Yeah,
I don't think it
I
gets
feel like
concorded because it
I feel
just
like it'll
feels
be a
like.
little bit longer, but I feel like I don't know. For some reason, I just don't see it going
But
that
that's
far. I
not a
could very well be wrong though.
concord. I feel like the span of time for it getting concorded is 3 months. So
Well,
like I
when I
think
say
it'll
getting concorded,
faster.
I mean like getting shut down within the first year.
No, but that's different. That's just getting shut down. Getting
Yeah,
concorded is if you get shut down within 3 months,
that's
where
fair.
it's like,
Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, 62,000 right now. I don't think it'll get concorded. I think it's gonna do fine enough. Here's what's funny, Dark. I was gonna play the network test, the server slam, and I'm like, I'm gonna report back. I'm gonna talk about it, all that. I completely forgot I installed it.
bro, for
And it was
glory,
that thing where I saw people play marathon. It would be a thing where it's like I saw people play marathon on like Twitch on like my way out, when I was out, and I'm like, oh, let me play that server slam when I get back home. And I just play Overwatch instead. I just like, oh wait, I have the marathon server slam. I still haven't touched this.
bro, seen that near
So,
collab, couldn't control himself.
dude, oh my god.
Understandable. It's been calling me. I'm like, I'm better than Overwatch.
No, you're not, man. Overwatch is better than you. I saw they showed off the A2 skin.
I seen everything, bro.
It's for my main vendetta, and I'm like, oh, they got me. Oh man, they got me. But yeah, shoutouts to Marathon, I guess. I'm curious to see how it does. We haven't been able to make fun of it because Fusion is like a Bungie investor, so like he
Yeah,
refuses to allow us to talk shit. Uh, I I I don't want to talk shit because I do think the game looks cool. I heard it's really fun. I want to get to it. Well, I'm not going to get to it actually because it's not free, but it does seem like it's finding an audience at the very least. I'm wondering if it'll have a core audience that sticks with it for the long run.
it might.
Moving
Who knows?
into, oh sorry, do you have anything else?
No, I was just saying, like, for me, it's a 50-50 if it'll last or not.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's talk about Open Critic, the reviews of the week. Um, the first one is kind of crazy. Pokemon Pokopia. If you remember, Dark, this was that Pokemon kind of like farming Dragon Quest Builders, like is made by the team who did Dragon Quest Builders. And people were like, "Oh, this game's gonna do solid enough." You know, it's a Pokemon spinoff. You know, there was excitement, but not like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be the next big thing." It is at an 88 on Open Critic.
Yeah, I
It is
was it
currently
surprised me.
it is currently the second highest rated game of the year, right behind Resident Evil. At one point, it was above Resident Evil. I could not believe the reviews. It's a lot of nines and tens. some eights. Pretty insane to see something like this reviewed so highly, but also I kind of am glad that something like this is reviewed so highly because it's like, okay, games that are like in the high 80s, low 90s don't always have to be the AAA sad dad bull crap that I'm so sick of lately. It could be weird, cool stuff like Pokemon Pokopia. And listen, I've talked a lot of crap about the Ditto trainer in this game, but damn it, they've been calling my name. I kind of want to try this game out. I'm very tempted to pick it up sooner rather than later because, damn, dude, I've been in a Pokemon mood lately.
I've been seeing like screenshots and people talking about the game. There's a lot of really cool ideas in here that I was surprised that they would do,
Yeah,
and how they handled like Pokemon and the story in the world and stuff that I know a lot of people would enjoy.
yeah, for sure. And it's that Dragon Quest Builders team, which is a very strong team. I know a lot of people really love those first two Dragon Quest Builders games, so it makes sense that this one kind of bangs so hard. I love my Pokemon spinoffs, so I do think eventually I'm gonna check this out. It's this usually isn't my genre. That's like the one thing. I'm not really a life sim guy, but yeah, I'm willing to stomach it. And also, it's Pokemon, so like the aesthetic helps a lot for me.
Yeah, the only real life sim I got into was Stardew Valley. That was like that hit like crack when it dropped. But
Yeah, that's another one where it's just like I wasn't I haven't played Stardew Valley. I feel like I should at least play it because I know it's so influential and people love it.
it's really good. It's really relaxing. If you play Stardew Valley, I play Animal Crossing.
Yeah, that's my thing. The only life sim I like is Animal Crossing. But yeah, the thing I always liked about Animal Crossing was talking with the villagers and like the goofy things there. And that's why I didn't like the last Animal Crossing because it was like the villagers are so boring there. They barely talk. So I'm hoping. I've been very curious of what the next Animal Crossing is. They just won't reveal it. I'm very interested.
I know that they're cooking, bro.
Next, they've been cooking. A lot of Nintendo's been cooking a lot lately. You know that's why they don't have a direct. This losing my fucking mind.
Cooking a little bit too hard.
Moving into our next one, Scott Pilgrim EX sitting at a 79. Some eights, a lot of sevens, a couple nines from Nintendo Life and DualShockers. People seem to be pretty happy about this one. This was Tribute Games, who I forget they did another big beat 'em up franchise. Uh, but it seems like people are really into it. Not one I think I would check out. I'm just not my genre, but I know you downloaded it, Doug.
Yeah, so I'm big into beat 'em ups, and I played the original Scott Pilgrim. I had a lot of fun with it, so I'm excited for this one. Um, there's not much to say. I know that this game is apparently a sequel to the anime series that dropped a year or two ago,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
also
no,
like a whole thing in itself. But the game looks a lot of fun. I like the sprites. I like that almost all of the characters from the original are playable, including the villains. So I'm excited to try it out soon.
you ever watched the original movie?
I have,
I love that movie
and
so
and I
much.
read the comics too,
Dude, that
or the
movie
graphic
is
novels,
so
I should
funny.
say.
I love the what was it, Chris Evans gif? I'm just like that's actually hilarious. I love that movie's so quotable. That was always my thing where it was like we're doing a new animated series. It's like I just want the live action. This is the one thing where I'm like I'd rather do live action rather than animated. Um,
I like
so
them
about our
both.
last review of the week though is Planet of Lana 2: Children of the Leaf. This is a Jack game, a Jack slop. Sitting at an 84 on Open Critic, 9 out of 10 from Nintendo Life, 10 out of 10, some nines, a lot of sevens as well from what I was reading. Seems like people are pretty positive on this one as well. I don't think this one's as much for me, but I also didn't play the first Planet of Lana. Maybe it is for me because it's like I do like Inside a lot, and this is giving Inside vibes.
I like the inside. I never played this one either. I've always seen it. I've seen people talk about it. I just never got to it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I get that. It's one of those things where it just isn't like immediately jumping in for me. I do love the current 2026 Hall of Fame for Open Critic. Right now is Resident Evil Requiem, Mugenics, Hermit and Pig, Esoteric Ebb, and Pokemon Pokopia. That's all the games I've reviewed over an 88 on Open Critic at the moment. Very funny group of games.
I want to see Pokemon Pokopia and just Resident Evil go at it for the two.
I do want to also bring up this drama that's been happening regarding Marathon of them actively kind of persuading review outlets to not review the game until I think end of month, in an attempt to kind of like, oh, we want to get more of the content out there. I think that's weird.
No, that's
I think
okay. I don't agree with that. I think because in my opinion, everyone's different, but I use reviews, especially for games I don't know, to see if the game is worth picking up. So if you're gonna release a game, it should get reviewed that day, in my
agreed.
opinion.
Yeah, because
So
it's
you
like
can
you
tell
can
people,
spend
you gotta
money
tell
for it.
people what, yeah, this is what you're paying for. This is what you're getting.
Yeah,
Having
and
them
I
wait, you can inflate them. That is really weird to me.
no, that's very weird. I hate seeing like the defense is like, oh well, it's like it's a live service game, and it's like, well, it's still a $40 product. Like even if it's a live service, that's gonna get more content.
Yeah,
It's a $40 product that I could spend money on right now. I want to know if my $40 are worth spending on this game or not at all. That's one thing where it's like I like IGN's reviews in progress, that they've been doing a lot more lately. And it would have been nice to have a review in progress for this, but instead they're like, well, we're gonna wait until there's more stuff out there. It's like the game's out. I could spend
yeah,
money on it right now. So I think
that's
that's
really weird.
weird. Yeah, not a big fan of that.
Me either.
But anyways, Dark, before we talk about what we've been playing, I have a topic for you.
Okay,
We did this last week with Pokemon of the top 10 best Pokemon games. IGN put that list out and it was terrible. And me, Moon, and Bench fixed it. Bob thinks we didn't fix it. Okay. I don't. Did
okay.
you see our list?
I seen some. I seen you guys talking about it in the chat.
Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. It was that thing where it's like Bob likes to complain. All right, you know
Yeah, okay. Sounds about right. Sorry, Bob.
that. Sounds
Sorry,
right.
Bob.
Okay. Our list was from 10 to 1. Pokemon Puzzle League, that was me. Pokemon Sword and Shield, that was Bench. Pokemon Legends ZA, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Black and White, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Black and White 2.
Okay,
I think a pretty good list.
that sounds pretty good. From what I've played, I'm still going through all the mainline Pokemon games, but from what I've played,
Of
that sounds
course.
pretty decent.
Yeah, Bob said that. He saw that. He was like, what a horrible list. I can't believe you put this in front of my eyes. He's dramatic, you know him.
God damn.
The original IGN list was 10 times worse because their list was Pokemon Legends ZA, new Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pokemon Puzzle League, they're based, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Conquest, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, Black and White 2, and then Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. To me,
I
I
don't
look at it,
know,
I'm
man.
just like,
Yeah,
wow,
that's
wow.
a little
New
bit
Pokemon
funky.
Snap is crazy. That is crazy. But anyways, IGN, they struck back Dark, but damn, I just like ran through all the names in my head. I'm sorry about that.
You're good.
But they struck back and they hit us with the top 10 best Resident Evil games of all
Oh
time.
my god.
Now I'm gonna read through the lists, uh, and I want your opinion on it. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do what we did with Pokemon. We're gonna fix it. You
I'm
and me,
down
we're
for
gonna
this.
work together. We're gonna make a much better list.
I like this
So
idea.
at number 10, they put the very original Resident Evil, the 1996 one.
Oh, so they're doing both original and remakes.
Yeah, most likely a remake
Oh,
would
okay.
be higher up on this.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to say.
Uh, I I respect it as like a hey, listen, this is the first game. Put respect on the franchise. I c-
There's no
I
reason
have
this
to
game should
imagine
be
there
on
are
the
better
list.
games.
There's no reason this game should be on the list.
Number 9, original Resident Evil 3 Nemesis.
That low? Oh my god.
Is that low? Because I don't know. I haven't
Okay,
played the
so
original. I only played remake.
original RE3 Nemesis is fucking fantastic. And it
Oh,
is nothing like the remake. The remake botched it. So a little bit of background. The people that did RE2 remake are not the same people that did RE3. The people who did RE2 went to go do RE4, and that's why both of those games are really good. RE3 was handled by a different team entirely, and I think it was by Platinum.
they did
I,
Code Veronica, right? Oh wait,
yeah,
are you talking about remake?
yeah, I'm talking about remake.
Oh, I don't know who did the
I think it was
because
Platinum.
no, Platinum didn't touch Resident Evil.
I think.
You think it's Star Fox Zero? That's the game Platinum touched.
Oh yeah, yeah, my bad. It was another team though. That's the problem, and that's why
I,
Resident Evil 3 remake is not that well received because original RE3 Nemesis had so much replayability and it was such a grand game. It was to the
so I
point
think
where the map was huge and it would have choices. You would have different choices. When you play the game, you get offered a choice
Yeah.
of where to go, and it would
They
drastically
removed
change the game.
content too with
Yeah,
the
the
remake.
entire there's like one third of the game missing.
It's like a
The
clock
entire
tower,
the entire
I
the
heard.
entire clock tower and the entire underground is missing.
So I should point out for my like for people, I have played 4, 5. Wait, I played the remakes, all the remakes, 4 and 5, 7, 8, 9, and there was another one. So Dark is much more like Resident
I've
Evil guy than
played
I am,
okay,
but
so
I played a good amount.
I've played all of the titles except for Code Veronica, which I'm gonna be getting to soon because I know that game's next up on getting the
Yeah,
remake. So I
it's
want to play
very
the original
important.
first, and I did not play Zero.
Yeah,
Outside of
same.
that, all of the mainline ones I have played, and
Okay.
Operation
Yeah.
Raccoon City. Do not ask me why I played that game. That game sucks.
Hey, sometimes you get bored, man. You got to play
That's
Operation
true.
Raccoon City.
They
Okay,
were trying
anyways,
things in that game.
number 8, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. That feels low to me.
That's low.
Yeah, I love
But
7.
it depends on what's left. It depends on what left.
Uh, I already know. I feel like I know what's gonna be above it, and I'm gonna get really mad.
Is it gonna be 8? 8 above 7?
Oh my god, number 7, Resident Evil Village. Here's my thing about Dark.
Those are
I
two very
actively,
different games.
I actively dislike 8. I think Village kind of sucks. I am like a Village hater. I think most of that game is so freaking boring. It is
So
like I like the
my thing
castle and I like the dollhouse, and then half the game you're shooting stupid werewolves in the most mediocre first-person shooter controls known to man.
So RE8 for me is very much okay. We have RE7. We're gonna take that. And we're gonna put a RE4 tint to the game, and we're
Yeah.
gonna go throw. We're gonna throw Chris in the game.
Yep.
That's what it
But
was.
what
I
drives me
like.
crazy about that game, if you remember, do you remember like pre-launch there was an interview with the director and it was like, "Yeah, we noticed a lot of people didn't finish RE7 because oh, it was too scary. So we made this game less scary." It's like it's a horror game. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be scary.
I get what he was saying because it was more horror than like the little bit of action. I do think 7 is the better game. I personally enjoyed 8 more, but like that's because I'm really biased to RE4, and I know you know this because we talked about this before. RE4 is like one of my favorite games of all time.
No, a
So
full force is my favorite. Like that's the thing. It's just I think Village isn't fun. Like I think 4 is fun.
I think so. My take with 7 and 8 is that those were really good one and done games, and that's kind of sad to say because
The
I
Ethan
love
Winters
replaying RE
saga.
games. Ethan Winters is my go-to. I love Ethan, but
Oh, see, that's where
I
we
w-
disagree. I hate him.
I wouldn't replay those games, at least not for like a long time.
Yeah, no. I think I love 7 so much that I'm like expected 8 to be more of that. And when it wasn't, I'm just like, okay, what is it? And I feel like it's just confused.
I
Where
f- I
there are points where it's like a really traditional Resident Evil game, like in Dimitris Castle, and I'm like, wow, this is great. And then it turns into RE7 horror with the dollhouse, and I'm like, this is awesome. And then it turns into some hodgepodge of everything else with the stupid. I always think about the werewolf castle. The if you remember, it was like near the second half of the
I
game.
remember.
And
Yeah,
you go to this castle, you're killing all the werewolves, and I'm like, this is actual dog shit. This is so boring. The shooting controls do not feel good enough for me to just shoot at the same enemy for like 20 minutes straight. I was so bored out of my mind. And don't even get me started on the swamp. That sucked too. It's just not a game I look back on fondly at all.
I did a replay of because when 8 came out, I was super hyped for 8. But when it came out, I did 2 playthroughs. The night it dropped, I did a full playthrough and I replayed it. It wasn't that fun replaying, especially the dollhouse. I was like, I gotta deal with this fuck ass baby, and just wasn't fun. I was like, it wasn't fun.
that's that's the thing is like it's also like a lot of people don't like replaying it because of the dollhouse, and I'm like, damn, dude, the dollhouse was the best part of that game too. Like truly
But
for me.
it's one of those things that like it's made for like a really good first playthrough, and then after that, that's it.
What
That's my take
I'm
on it.
curious, Dark. What is it that Resident Evil fans like about 8? Like I am so because I'm like
Well, they like
I don't think it
Demetrius's
does
ass.
anything that good.
That's what they like. They like
They're like
Demetrius,
what?
but they
Well,
like Lady
yeah.
Demetrius's ass. But
Well, that's those are the larpers, but like the actual
yeah,
like fans.
the actual fans, the callback, so having the merchant back, that was a big thing.
No, I like
We
the merchant.
liked,
He was cool.
and the thing is with 7, it was, while it did save the series, it was unsure if we were gonna be having our old cast back. 8 found a way to weave the old cast back in a good way, and then we see the payoff from Requiem, which is doing fantastic.
Mhm.
So it was kind of like 7, 8 is very much a transition period back to where we should be,
Yeah.
and that's what people liked about it. I feel like, and in my opinion, I feel like Ethan is a good protagonist.
No, I mean, I'm definitely. I think I lost the battle against Ethan
Yeah,
Winters. You know what it is, Dark? It's just his voice actor, man. Why'd they hire that guy off voice Fiverr?
yeah.
Like he sees his wife die and he goes, "Why?" Like I hate him so much.
That game also had like some story problems, but a lot of that game could have been avoided if Chris wasn't an asshole for no fucking reason. But yeah,
Oh yeah, and it's like the end of Village. Like you're playing as like Chris, and it's like this is even worse somehow. I'm like, what? I couldn't believe what I was playing. I'm like, God dang, people like this one. I'm sorry. I'm so anti Village.
I mean,
So
if you really want to get into it, they locked the third person mode to paid DLC and mercenaries.
yeah, I remember that.
Keep in mind, RE4 mercenaries was a free update.
No, that's weird. Yeah. Number 6 is Resident Evil 6. No, I'm kidding. Could
I was
you
about to
imagine
say.
though?
I
Could
was
you
about to say,
imagine? No, number 6 is Resident Evil Requiem. That sound right to you? Just
fuck
came
out
out.
here. No, no, that's not right.
Higher?
R, in my opinion, RE Requiem or RE9 is a top 3 or 4 game. It's
Okay,
that good.
interesting. I mean,
And
so
that's
far
not
I've
me
been loving it. So
that's
yeah.
not me glazing it. I've played through it multiple times, and I played other games. I replayed through 4, and I'm halfway through 5 right now. I can safely say RE9 is a top 3 RE game. Top 3 or
No,
4. It's my list, but changes of spectrum for it, but we can get into that in a bit.
of course, of course. And then number 5 is original Resident Evil 2. That sounds right
Okay, yeah,
for the
that's not
top
bad.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
Number 4 is Resident Evil Remake, the first game.
Okay.
Did
I'm kinda curious what the fuck is next, 'cause
I
RE1 Remake is a really like, that game, in terms of remakes, is as perfect as it can get. That is the
Yeah, I've heard
best
it's like an
example.
all-timer remake. That's
Yeah.
I played a
It
little bit of
it
it. It's
it
really good.
keeps it keeps everything of the original and just adds more to it. In a good way. That's not bad.
No, no, yeah, it's really good from what I played. It's that thing, Dark. I just hate ink ribbons. I lost so much progress. I'm
Yeah,
like, I could
that's
take
fair.
those right now.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
like, what I played, I did enjoy a lot. It's just don't mess with the way I save my game. That's all I ask.
It's
uh,
a product of its era, but it's still one of those games that, like, I can go back and play it and
of
have a
course,
good time.
yeah, yeah, of course, of course. I respect the hell out of that game, and it's interesting. That's my thing, though. It's like, why would you have both remake and the original game? It's like I think you only need the
Yeah,
Resident Evil remake at
I
this
think
point.
they were just putting the original one in there just for the sake of putting it in there.
Yeah, exactly. Number 3, Resident Evil 2 remake. Oh,
I'm
this is
getting
tough.
really scared for the rest of the list. What
Oh, it's pretty clear what number 2 and 1 are.
is it this
Number
the both is it are they both just
it
RE4?
yeah, number 2 Resident Evil 4 remake and number 1 Resident Evil 4.
I mean, like, okay, I guess.
I
My thing with
this is
RE4,
gonna sound
and
mean. I'm not.
you and me agree with it.
Yeah, what's
R
up?
RE4, in my opinion, both of the games are complements to one another. They're
Yeah,
both complementary pieces, and they're both I give them the same spot, which is number 1. Because I love both of those games that I could go back and play either one of them whenever.
that's interesting. I'm a bit lower on 4 remake because I love original 4 so much that like I really like 4 remake a lot. I just don't think about it. Like that's not one
So
I like actively like want to go back to the same way I do with original 4. And I think it's just I don't know, something about 4 remake. It's just it lost the soul. I'm kidding. I hate people like that. But it doesn't like strike me the same way it does for other people and I don't know why. Like that's one I
so
truly will never understand why I wasn't as into 4 remake.
I shared that mindset, and then the DLC came out, and that changed everything because Episode Ada in
Yeah,
the
I
remake
heard about
is a full blown expansion. If you haven't played, it's like $10, by the way. The amount of content you get for that $10 is absolutely insane. And the
Yeah, I know.
revamped
I should probably play
control
that.
stream in the Mercenaries, RE4 Mercenaries is probably the most I've played of Mercenaries ever.
Yeah, no, I love Mercenaries in general too. So yeah, I do want to check out that DLC eventually because
But if you never
apparently,
play, it's a full blown expansion. Like you're gonna be there for a couple hours actually, like in there compared to the half an hour that it was in original RE.
yeah, I haven't really played much of the DLC for any of the games outside of five. Which, I mean, looking at the list, bro, come
Why
on, we
isn't
played
five on the
Resident
list?
Evil Five.
Why
What'd you
isn't
say?
five not being on the list is kind of criminal.
Yeah, yeah. Like, come on, that game's cool.
So, so we're gonna fix this now. I'm in this. So
Yeah, so
w-
I'm interested. So right now, so the list was I'm just gonna read it off real quick. It's original Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 3, original Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil Requiem, Resident Evil 2 original, Resident Evil remake, Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, Resident Evil 4. Let's talk about the ones that definitely are not going to be on the list. RE6 is not going to be on the list. I think we
yeah,
can agree there.
RE6 is not making the cut, and I don't think. So
Neither of us have
you
played
want to
Code
make?
Veronica.
I've never played Code. I want to get to that
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. So we could
Um,
get rid of both of.
RE original RE1 is not going to be on the
Yeah,
list.
that's not going to make the list now. Now I'm thinking
Are we?
if
Are
you
you and
want
me gonna make the
Village,
distinction? Are we gonna make the distinction between like? Are we gonna have RE4 be like a
yeah,
separate
yeah,
thing, like,
yeah. They're
or is it
separate. They're
be one
different
world? Okay,
games.
okay,
Yeah, they're because it's like what you play original Resident Evil 4, you play remake. They're different games,
yeah, okay.
like completely different.
I think the best way for us to do this is that if we go from 1 to 10, because doing
Yeah,
it back
same.
is gonna get a little bit. I think
I think
just because
my
of both.
favorite's Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I think original RE4 can definitely be number one, just because of the
Okay,
legacy it had and everything it did. And that game is still like incredible today. Original RE4 can be number one, and I feel like remake right below it.
I put RE2 remake above RE4 remake.
I was gonna put RE2 remake right next to it.
Can I put RE2 remake at 2 and RE4 remake at 3? Are you cool with that? Because I think
Yeah,
2
okay,
remakes better.
that works. That works.
I don't.
I
That's
can
just like the
accept that.
one. Because like I do love RE4 remake. I think that game's awesome. I just don't think about it the same way Resident Evil 2 remake and what that game did for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I
Like
do
Resident Evil
think.
2 remake, that's like one of the only ones I've replayed.
Oh, that's
So it's
fair.
like
I played that game to death.
yeah, and it's just like the police station is so well designed. And yeah, the sewers kind of suck, but then it's like, dude, like
The
the whole
lab.
ending sequence, like when you get the after Leon and Claire acts. And also, I love Claire Redfield so much. I wish they used her more because she's an awesome protagonist.
Code Veronica.
Uh, and ob- and obviously Leon first day on the job, rookie cop. Like it's such a great like premise.
Yeah.
But yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake at number 3.
Okay, so here's why I'm kind of stuck, because I
Okay,
think it's the next spot in line is either Requiem or RE1 remake. That's how good RE1 remake is to me.
interesting. Because the next one for me would probably be 7, but I haven't finished Requiem. I'm cool with Requiem.
I think Requiem is. I agree. Requiem should be up there.
Let's do Requiem. Because so
Yeah,
far,
do
what I
Requiem.
played, I'm like, yeah, this is easily one of the best ones. So yeah, Resident Evil Requiem at number 4.
I would put one remake next.
This is where I put 7. What is
Have you
7
played
like for
one
you?
remake?
I played a little bit over at 1 remake. I do like it.
Seven. So I'm much more biased. Seven would be underneath five for me.
Oh, interesting.
But if we just talk about like pure quality, then yeah, seven will be up there. Will be above it.
How about this? RE1 remake, then 7. And then we do 5.
Uh. Okay, shit. So here's the problem.
Oh, here we go.
RE3 original is not up here, and I feel like it's better than all this game.
I know. Come on. It's not
RE3
bad.
original, you have to is really good.
I know. I should play it, but I'm also like, dude, 7 is so good. Come on, dude. The Bakers and like,
I'm
welcome to the
telling you,
family,
original
son.
Nemesis was a menace. Original Nemesis was insane.
Dude, RE7. Oh, that's tough. I do
I
love we're
feel
not
like
even considering RE3 remake. Like that one was ass.
yeah, no, that's not making the list. But I do think if I would have it my way, we could settle. If I have it my way, it would be one remake and then three, original three, and then seven.
Okay, how about this? 1 remake, 7, 3, 5.
Okay.
I'm fine with
I'm
that
not. I
personally.
don't personally agree with it, but I
I
can
need
see it.
seven to be higher than where
I
it
could
is now.
I could see it. I could see it.
I really love Red.
I
I'm
can see it.
conceding for you because I haven't even played three. Yeah, I'm going off your vibes. If three is that good,
It is. But yeah, we can go with that.
okay,
I agree.
we'll put Resident Evil One remake at five. We can
Then
agree there.
7.
Yeah. Oh no, you said three next and then seven.
Yeah, but you said that you're putting 7.
No, I'm fine with three remake above seven. I'll live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I concede for you.
Thank you.
uh, also it works because Resident Evil Seven is at seven.
Yeah. I do think RE5 makes the list.
Yeah. This is I would then put RE5 because dude, single player RE5 kind of lame. Multiplayer
Co-op RE5
co-op,
is that's a game.
it's
That's arguably one of the best co-op games I've ever played.
it's I think it's the best co-op game. It's more fun than you'll ever have playing a game. It's just playing that game co-op.
Not only that,
Re-
but like I feel like 5 got a lot of unnecessary hate for 2 reasons. One, the whole racist nonsense. The game is not racist. I don't know
I,
where that claim came from. It is not a racist game.
I think it's not racist up until like you get into the tribe, and then it's like okay, well the tribal stuff is a little much, but even then it's like I don't think
But
I think
also,
it was
this
overblown.
we have to keep in mind this game followed up RE4, which was a generational game.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. It was
it was
already
kind
gonna
of
have a hard time.
yeah.
And it's so interesting because it's like, oh man, it's so actiony. It's like, have you guys played RE4? Because that game's pretty actiony too.
No, it's on par with RE4. Is the old I mean, like you have Chris punching a boulder, but like, come on now. The stuff that you do
it's
in RE4 is utterly insane.
RE5 is a very 360 era game, which like I mean that in the complimentary way, where
Yeah,
it's like, and in a negative way at some points, but like, yeah, I love five though. Five is so much fun.
I'm really
So
excited for 5 remake.
yeah, I'm interested to see what they do there. So next 9 and 10, two more slots left. Now we
Let's
get a
see.
bit
9 and 10.
weird.
This is
So we
do
still
we
don't have
put 8?
original. Not dude. Listen, if we put eight, it's at 10. And if that, listen, you know what? No, I gave you three above seven. Eight's
Yeah,
not touching this list.
that's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not
So
letting that.
here's my thing with 2, because we don't have original 2. RE remake just fully like, in my opinion, I know people are not gonna like this. This is a hot take. I think RE2 remake just completely overtakes RE2. It simplifies it. I know it doesn't have the multiple like A/B routes. I don't
Mhm.
think it needs it.
I feel like it'd be weird not to have original two on the list at all, though. I feel like I should at least. I think this is the spot for original two.
This
The
is
way people talk about original two, it's like the
we're gonna
best
get
one.
hanged. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
that's the
hanged.
thing. Three above two, people will hang us for.
I feel like 3 above 2 has an argument, but 2 is very like nostalgia heavy. But yeah, we can put original 2 here.
I think we put original two because what else is there? I mean, I'm not
Uh,
allowing Resident Evil 8 anywhere near those.
Operation Raccoon City. No.
Hey, you know what? Let's think about it.
That was a
Honestly,
joke. That was a joke. It's not. That does not belong on this list.
unironically, number 10, we should have a spinoff. Like, just for the F of it.
Um. Okay. If in terms of spinoff, there is Outbreak, which wasn't bad.
What was the 3DS one?
Oh, Revelations. I mean, Revelations 2 is pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Maybe one of the Revelations games. That makes sense.
I
That
wouldn't
was
mind
interesting. It wasn't on
Revelations
the
2.
IGN. Yeah. Revelations 2. Because what else is there? There's
Raccoon
Resident Evil
City.
Survivor.
We don't talk about that. um.
That's so many Resident Evil games. Oh, there's Gaiden.
Eh.
The Dark Side Chronicles. The
Isn't that a
Umbrella
remake?
Chronicles.
Yeah.
Umbrella Corpse. Oh man, Umbrella Corpse.
That game is canon, by the way.
Of course it is. uh,
Um.
what
I
else is
think
there?
I feel like if we played Code Veronica, it would have made the list and it would have like evened things out. But for now, I feel like Revelations 2 would fit.
Yeah, I think Revelations 2 is the way to go.
From what I've heard of Code Veronica, it is a little bit funky, but it has like a certain charm to it that everyone loves.
Yeah, and it's like the original RE3, like internally.
Yeah.
That's the one that continued the story too.
Mm. I mean, they both continue the story, but yeah.
But like in a major way, I guess.
Yeah. Keep in mind,
Okay.
lore wise, in the game, Chris, so in RE1 and Code Veronica, Chris is like a normal person. After he gets his ass beat by Wesker in Code Veronica, In RE5, he's jacked.
He's like, "Nah, I'm done with taking shit. I'm gonna
Yeah,
kick some ass now." I respect it. That's the Chris was always my least favorite of like the core ones. I'll be honest.
I
If
like
we're
Chris,
ranking for if we're
but
ranking
Jill.
protagonists, it's definitely Leon, Claire, Jill, Chris.
I would put Chris above Claire, but that's because I'm biased though.
Oh, that's fair.
I feel like this would change after when I do play Code Veronica. I'll let you know my thoughts on it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I mean, yeah, I'm interested. Code Veronica is the next one getting remade, so that's
yeah, I'm
interesting.
really excited. Next year too.
But yeah, that's crazy. I kind of predicted there would be like RE9 DLC that would kind of tie into Code Veronica, or at least like you play as like Claire or Chris,
So
and then it like that's almost like a tie into Code Veronica.
what we've heard, and there is Easter eggs in RE9 that's literally spell out Code Veronica, but what from what we know of the DLC for 9 is going to be about Grace's mother, and then the second one is going to be very heavily based on Leon about what
Interesting.
he was doing. So it's going to be like a weird thing where it's going to explain what he was doing during 7 and 8, and then it's going to
Oh
jump
hell
to
yeah,
the future and explain some stuff afterwards. But yeah,
interesting. Well, our top 10, Dark, is number 10, Resident Evil Revelations 2. Number 9, Resident Evil 2, original. Number 8, Resident Evil 5. Number 7, Resident Evil 7. Number 6, original RE3. Number 5, Resident Evil 1 Remake. Number 4, Resident Evil Requiem. Number 3, Resident Evil 4 Remake. Number 2, Resident Evil 2 Remake. And number 1, original RE4. I think that's a pretty baller list.
it's not perfect,
Uh,
but I think it's a great list.
hey, listen,
Right,
not perfect.
there's games we
The same.
haven't played, but for what we have, I feel like this is a good list.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is one of those lists where it's just like for what we us combined. You played more of the older ones. I played a lot of the newer ones. It really is just like, dang, I gotta play more Resident Evil. Like I'm like now in a Resident Evil mood. Uh,
Yes, same.
Mainly, I gotta play the original trilogy, the original games, because it feels weird that I haven't played OG2 yet.
OG2 is a lot of fun.
Yeah. But yeah, hey, Resident Evil 4 is at number one, and Village is not on the list. I am very much smiling.
We could take this, yeah.
That's all that matters to me. So I'm like, hey, listen, anything else could change. Yeah, with that dark, I had a lot of fun doing that. Let's talk about what we've been playing. And I mean, it's just Resident Evil. I
Yep.
haven't played too much more since last week, but what I played, I'm having a ton of fun. I'm still pretty early, but hopefully this weekend I want to change that. Maybe try to beat it. Uh, Really, really loving this game. I mostly playing as Grace right now, but I do love those sections a lot. She's very classic Resident Evil coded. Very RE7 as well. I just love that feeling of just like creeping around, and I got like no ammo, and then like 10 minutes later, I'm just stock full of ammo, stock full of items, and it's like I got to use the item storage because I keep running out of space. It's so much fun. I love that style of gameplay so much. So I've been really, really digging it so far. Can't wait to play more. And you played it like 20 times.
I I'm on my fourth playthrough, and I'm about to do my insanity playthrough.
Oh man, God bless.
Um,
How are we feeling?
I think this is a top three RE game. I can't even lie. I feel like they knocked it out the park. I like Grace. Like I feel like they hit the mark with Grace with what they were trying to hit with Ethan before the whole mode this guy cannot die superhero thing. Um,
Hmm.
I really like the balance that they have with like you're gonna be utterly terrified as Grace for a bit, and then the game rewards you with going through the same section as Leon, and you just murder everything. Um, I don't really have complaints. And I'm trying to keep this like really spoiler free, but you haven't really
Yeah.
made it to like where a lot of the conversation of the game is at. When you return to Raccoon City, because this wasn't in the marketing, um, it's all fantastic and the way that they handle the characters and everything. The biggest complaint that I have, and a lot of people, other people have too, is that I just wanted more. Like
Oh,
when the
really?
game ends, you kind of end up like you're like, damn, like I want more of this. Like it's really good. The game ends, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been hearing that complaint a lot. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's so short for the runtime or
Well,
like
not
the
no, not
price."
that it's short. That's just like it is so good with what you have that when you make it to the end, you're like, I want more of this, but there's nothing left there.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
I
Yeah,
didn't have an issue with the runtime. It felt like a normal RE game runtime wise.
no, that's fair. Uh, it's one of those things I think a lot of people just don't understand. It's like some games don't need to be 100 hours for $70, like just
Yeah,
because
no.
it's $70.
This game has a lot of replay value, like we were talking about. They had the challenges,
Yeah.
and this is on the easier end of the newer RE game, so you can beat this game with no healing items and no anything pretty easily without too much trouble, especially when you start learning the routes. There was the big Easter egg hunt, which was a lot of fun, and we had a lot of the community doing that. It wasn't solved for like what 5 days, and it was pretty fun trying to solve that. And we have
Yeah, it was like a
even
big
the
deal.
sales and everything. DLC is definitely coming,
Yeah,
so I'm sure
what's
over
it called?
time it's gonna be a little bit more padded out.
I'm very curious about what that DLC is going to look like because it feels like one of those things. I never touch Resident Evil DLC, and I feel like I should because I hear they're really good.
So I'm curious if this is gonna be paid or not, because from what's been explained,
Probably.
it could very well be a free expansion, kind of like Mercenaries. And I hope that this game does get Mercenaries, but I highly doubt it because the combat system, especially with Leon, is an elevated form of RE4 remakes, and I love that combat system to that.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because there's just a lot of cases where I guess it's like, what is that middle ground for the Resident Evil series? And I feel like they've kind of figured that out now.
I feel
It was
like
they were struggling of like too much action or maybe too much horror at points, and it's like I think Requiem doing like both at the same time is a cool idea.
I feel like if as long as you have a big location that's very puzzle oriented and you can mix the action into that, like the hospital is very classic RE1 feeling, RE2,
Oh
like the
yeah,
police
very
station.
much.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And that works. So if for RE10, if they can have a good balance of that, it can be really good.
Yeah. Well, can't wait to play more. Uh, been loving it already. Anything else you've been playing, Dirk? I don't really have much to update other than just
Um
more Overwatch.
I did play through Heart Gold and Soul Silver for the first time.
Nice,
I fucking loved it. Like, keep in mind,
amazing
for me,
games.
I've still been going through all the Pokemon games. For me, still, Platinum is my beloved. This game
Good
was
man, good
close.
man.
This game was close. It was like I was like, damn.
Dude, Platinum man, good game. Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Platinum are like really high up there for me as well. Bob, as per usual, gets mad because he was mad that Heart Gold and Soul Silver was number 4 for us, and I'm like, Dark, Bob, there's a lot of good Pokemon games. That's all you gotta know, all right?
Yeah,
Because our
exactly.
top 4 was just like, oh wow, these are all bangers that could be number 1, really.
I agree. But outside of that, I've been playing through very slowly. I've been playing through Fire Emblem Awakening. This is one that's you've been
Good
trying to get
man.
me to play this for fucking forever. I love this game to death. This game hits the mark in a lot of places, and I have all the DLC stuff. So I've been playing through that as well. It's freaking amazing. I do miss
Yeah,
some of the elements from Three Houses and just like how modern it is, but like even like I want Awakening to get a re-release.
Awakening is the first like modern Fire Emblem, really. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
you can
It,
tell like a lot of the ideas were there when they were starting to do stuff.
it was that thing where the big thing was the casual mode, so like you don't have to worry about like your teammates dying like
Yeah,
permanently. That was like always one of the big things. I've been playing through very very slowly the same way. Dark was Path of Radiance, and like that's an awesome video game, like really really good. But it's
I hear a lot
also
about that.
what I noticed with Fire Emblem. It is a very uh very slow. It's a franchise that like I am not like a grinder of. As much as I love Fire Emblem, I'm just like my brain is too slow for these games to like grind them out and like only play them nonstop.
I did that with Three Houses, and I was burnt by the end of it. Like, keep in mind,
Yeah,
my main like I don't not have that much Fire Emblem experience under my belt. I only have Fire Emblem Three Houses and Engage. So Awakening's been really good, and I hope that the story ends really well compared to like Three Houses had those who slither in the dark, and that's a whole like meme in itself. And then Engage had the whole "You are the Fire Emblem." The fact that they said that with the straightest face.
it's very interesting with what's it called? I'm very interested in Fortune's Weave because that one seems to be closer to Three Houses in terms of its kind of vibe and like trying to be
It's a
less
continuation or like
you
prequel to Three Houses.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, as we see like Sothis in the trailer, so like very clearly, it's going to be a continuation of some kind.
We
So
back
yeah,
in the same house again, bro.
God forbid.
They're gonna
Yeah,
continue those who slither in the dark.
those who slither in the dark. Oh god, that's I played through Three Houses 4 times. Like that's a game I played a shit ton of. So like I'm almost. I wonder if I like used up all my Fire Emblem energy because of that game, and I'm like, that's why I don't grind them out as much as I should be because I do love these games. It's just tactics games are hard for my brain to handle. I guess I think I'm stupid.
That's fair. One thing I do have an issue with Three
That's
Houses, and
fair.
I hope that they fix it, is that when Three Houses first, I really wanted to do the Edelgard route. I ended up getting the church route because Edelgard route was hidden behind a secret like conversation that you could very easily miss. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, you missed that conference? That's funny.
Yeah, I was
You
like,
gotta
oh,
talk to your
I
students, man. You can't be rushing through these
it
games
was
no more.
one day I didn't talk to them. It's just
No
so happened
one
the
day,
one
man.
day. And then I got the church route. I was like, okay. But then I went back and played them all. Blue Lions route was amazing.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
Blue Limes is great. Yeah, I'm a deer guy. Go, fear the deer. You know, Claude, my boy.
Claude was a lot of
Um,
fun too.
but yeah, but Dark. I think that's everything we've been playing. Everything we talked about
Yeah,
news wise. Good pod. Had a lot of fun. You
it
and
was a
me.
lot of fun.
Uh, I gotta say, our list was better than IGN's.
Oh,
I'm just like,
100%.
we're so much better than IGN's. Bench just called the original RE4 Brown 2 Brown. He's so stupid.
What the fuck is he on about?
I need you to roast him. You don't roast him enough. I need you to be disrespectful to him. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Had a ton of fun. If you guys want to find us, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify helps us out a ton. Like the podcast and Twitter and Blue Sky to Slice of Gaming. With that, I think we're gonna head out. I'm gonna play more. Oh my god, what was the name of the game? Resident Evil Requiem. Can play
Yep.
more Requiem. My brain just shut off for a second there. I'm tired. You're tired. Let's get out of here. Say goodnight, everybody.
Let's have a good one. Peace out, guys.
See you play more Resident Evil.
Yep.